Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, France to Australia in little bits trip. We started in Juba Airport here. The nearest airport is literally 45 minutes away down here at Wajh. So that's where we're going to have to go. I wanted to find one a bit closer, but there isn't one. I cannot find one. We've got a bunch of little waypoints along the way. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Looks like it's a bit windy, 12 knots coming pretty much towards us. The windsock is agreeing with that. But that's not too bad. Let's just get going. We're leaving Neom Bay Airport, which is also listed as Juba in the game. Which is a bit weird because we're also going to visit Juba along the way here in 100 kilometers or so. So, yeah, what you talking about, game? Get up in the air and say hello to this dude in the truck down here. What you doing, mate? What you doing? Get our flaps up and see what we can see. My waypoints are basically all towns that I could see on the map but don't have a name. So Saudi Arabia is pretty nameless. We'll see how we go. We want 155 for 46 seconds, although it's going to be longer than that because it always is. And yeah, I wanted to find something about half an hour away, but the nearest airport that I could find to Neom Bay is 45 minutes away. So hey, we've got to fly it, we've got to fly it. It's not difficult to understand. Alright, purple arrow's happy. We're heading to Mystery Town, as I've labelled it. 137 for 518. I'm basically following, there's a road down here, I'm not seeing where it is now, but there seemed to be a fairly significant road along the coast in amongst this incredible flat delta here. What do you want to call it? I'm not sure whether it's a delta or not. Just the flatness of near the sea. Whatever that's called. We've got a village here, bunch of houses doing their thing. One big large road down to a large structure building right on the water. Don't know what that's all about. Time to level off. Jeddah Center.
Miles southeast of Oscar Echo November 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
Cheers, Rover Zulu Alpha 11 Jeddah Center. Squawk 5222.
Squawk 5222
I don't know why the male voice says things differently to the female voice if it's all AI.
Radar contact 6 miles southeast of Oscar Echo November 1,900 feet.
Oscar Echo November. 6 miles southeast of OENN. Oh, that must have been where I came from. Neom Bay must be OENN. Yeah, that'll be right. We are southeast of the airport. That was back there. Makes sense. What else have we got to look at? Water. Oh, with the sun though. Absolutely brilliant. And what's over here? The mountains and the moon suddenly showing more of itself. What you doing up there? I wonder how close you can get to the moon in this game. Get in one of the fighter jets that they've added. And yeah, see how high you can get. Probably not that high. Certainly not to the moon. That's 300,000 kilometers away. That would be a bit difficult. In a fighter jet. A little Cessna on the other hand. would of course be completely impossible. Not just difficult. Not that flying to the moon in a fighter jet isn't actually completely impossible. It is completely impossible. Although I wonder, if you sealed it up properly and you were able to refuel it on the way with another actual spacecraft going along the way and using the afterburners, could you actually get into orbit with a fighter jet? If you can get into orbit, you could get to the moon. Not something I don't think anyone's ever going to try and attempt. Can we get an FA-18 to the moon? Alright, I want to say we've done about 2.5 minutes of 5:18, but I didn't start the clock, so... You know? Sucks to be us. This town that I can see ahead of us is presumably Mystery Town number 1. I have labelled it number 1 because it's not the only mystery town. For some reason, the map does not tell me the names of these towns in Saudi Arabia, for I guess reasons. What do you do? What do you do? You can't make the game have proper metadata. That's up to the people who do Bing and whatnot, I assume. I'm sure if I looked up Bing Maps, it would at very least show the Arabic name, if it hasn't had an anglicised, Latinised version of it produced, although it almost certainly would have. Every town on the planet probably has been translated at some point into English or French or some other Latin language. So here we are, Mystery Town number 1, in a quite green area of Saudi Arabia. Could just be the coloration as per the photography, because it does look like it just suddenly becomes brown over here. So maybe it was just a greenish hue kind of day when the photography was taken. Maybe the algorithm's gone mad, maybe it's actually green. Anyway, Mystery Town number 1, hello. Hope you're well. Don't really see a football field, so, you know, are you really a town? Can you really claim to be a place of civilization without a football field? I mean, of course you can, but hey. Now we want 151 for 628. We're going to Mystery Town number 2. 2 of 3. We've got a Mystery Town 2, Mystery Town 3, a bend in the road, which, you know, how's that for a waypoint? Although I just wanted to go see there. I think there might have been some buildings or whatever, but I couldn't quite tell. And Mystery House. There was some singular building on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't find a town anywhere near that area, but that's our waypoint. We've got a few other waypoints in there of natural formations and an actual town that was named to look forward to. But for now, we're heading to Mystery Town number 2. Wow. Some really spectacular mountain ranges they've got here. You don't see many, you know, movies set in Saudi Arabia. Well, when I say you don't, I'm sure there are. I don't see many. Hey, there's a house down there. We found some civilization. Come on. But yeah, I don't have any concept in my head of what Saudi Arabia looks like until now. And I guess this is what it looks like. Deserty flat plains down to the sea and large rocky mountains. We're in the middle of winter, I mean... Oh, why can I see inside my head? That's interesting. Never had that before. Amazing the bugs that this game can throw up sometimes. Let's see, we're 21 degrees Celsius. It's the middle of winter. That would be a warm summer's day in most places on the planet. And yet it's 21 degrees. So my question was, would there be snow on these mountains? My answer is probably the fuck not. It's too hot even in winter here in Saudi Arabia. Now this isn't Mystery Town number 2, we've only done 2.5 minutes of 6.5 minutes, but there's something here. What looks like quite a human constructed harbour, very straight lines along there, to some kind of industrial, probably oil producing compound. Well, we've even got what looks like an oil tanker in dock there, so there you go. Little storage place for oil perhaps. Maybe it's a shipyard. Maybe they make the oil tankers. That would be interesting. We've got what looks very much like actual hills and mountains here, but including some nice cloud cover, but it's all been rendered in flat, so I guess Saudi Arabia doesn't have much or accurate height data for the area and mountains and things. Topographical data, I guess is what I'm trying to say. What we got going on down here? More little buildings on the side of the road, just sitting there doing nothing. Got a row of trees making fences along things. Or maybe they're just fence posts. Who knows? It's all rather low res, and the algorithm has no business trying to do anything here apparently. It's given up. It's thrown in the towel. Is this a village? Is this a town? Is this some industry going on here? We've got some also very weird colouring of the... You know, it's almost like a river delta there. With lots of trees, but... Is it though? Is it though? Yeah, plenty of buildings as well. It's starting to look very foreign to me. Very alien almost. It's like... Although, what's going on here? We've got roads and shit all through here, and then... side of the road building there, probably a restaurant or some sort. And then some parking and a bunch of little sheds maybe. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it's starting to, you know, it's very much different to the way things are laid out in Europe. We've been gradually getting further and further away from that. Tunisia and Libya were still, you know, fairly sort of Roman-inspired town shapes and layouts. By the time we were in Egypt, everything was much more dense and smaller houses, and you know, no central square or anything like that. And now we've got, yeah, absolutely, just completely different looking towns. Quite spread out, very small buildings, no major, like what looks like malls or anything like that, no football fields. Anyway, this is basically the mark I put down for Mystery Town number 2. As you can see, custom marker about to show up. There we go, purple arrow is happy. Welcome to Mystery Town 2. As we now move on to 133 for 218. The only named town I could find along here, and it was Duba, and also happened to be the name of the airport, although the airport was also Neom Bay. But it depended. If you clicked on it, it became Duba. If you looked at it, just hovered over it, it said Neom Bay. So I'm inclined to think that that's some kind of data input failure, because yeah, we're a long way from that airport already. We've done what, 4 kilometers, 27 kilometers, 33 kilometers, another 11 kilometers, so yeah, 60, about 75 kilometers away from the airport that we left back over there, and yet it was called Juba Airport in some parts of the game. So, and yet this in front of us here is Juba, the actual town. But then again, there aren't that many airports in Saudi Arabia, it seems, so perhaps that's Juba Airport. And then when you want to get into the town, it's just a measly 100-kilometer drive. Good, well, you know, I don't know what the speed limits on these highways are, but probably a good hour, if not 2. Football field! We found one. We found one. But it's also a fairly big town, so you'd expect it, I guess. Juba FC has been found. Safe and sound. They do play football. Well, I know they play football because Australia plays Saudi Arabia quite often in order to try and in the World Cup qualifiers, because we're both in the what is it, the Asian Conference or whatever. Another field there, although it doesn't really look. Oh, it is a football field. You can just see the markings. It's probably a stadium. It actually says Juba on it. There it is. That's actually Juba FC. There you go. Welcome to Juba. Custom point just in front of us. Next point's only 134, 1 degree to the right. Oh, we've got little Dubai-style sandbank island things going on here. That's cool. That's cool. So Juba's a probably a tourist town, touristy, lots of resorts kind of thing. These are definitely resorts. Beachfront, man-made. Look at that with the flowers. Oh, beautiful. Good work, Juba. Good work. But yeah, almost certainly a touristy place. But now we want 134 for 3 minutes 40 to Mystery Town number 3. You know, I could have picked some of this stuff here. I did see it on the map, but it's all part of Juba, really. We've got some, you know, really sort of laid out housing over here, new little suburbs of Juba, I guess. But yeah, obviously well planned and constructed, probably very new. Continue to follow the roads, because I'm pretty sure... Oh, is that a road on the coast? Is it? Or is it some kind of canal? It must be a road, surely. Right, there's 2 major roads here, I think. Is what's going on. Definitely looks like a road. Hello, big roundabout that goes nowhere apparently on one side. That's a bit weird. Some kind of facilities off the highway there. And some more laid out roads here. Yeah, good stuff. Great stuff, in fact. Alright, this town up ahead must be Mystery Town number 3. We're 150 of 340, so another couple of minutes before we arrive. Hello, Mystery Town numero 3. What have you got? What are you up to? Why don't you have a name listed in Bing Maps? Well, the version of Bing Maps that is part of this game. I'm very much reaching that point where I've been playing this for over a year. I think it's over a year now. And there's been plenty of updates, and it's, you know, it's pretty amazing, but I'm running up against the like 5% quality of life things that they absolutely need to add to this thing. Like being able to get names while we're flying, proper actual Bing data, not just sort of a subset of it. What an interesting looking town. It's lots of different coloured roofs. Very organic layout. No, doesn't look like it was planned at all. Anyway, there we go. Mystery Town number 3. We've just flown over the custom point. Yes, we have. And we're continuing on 134 for 6 minutes 1 second. To a extremely interesting point that I have picked, that I have labelled Bend in the Road. So, you know, I was scanning along this road just looking for something, anything that would make a good waypoint, and yeah, it came up short. In the end, I just picked a curve in the road, as you do. So this segment of 6 minutes might be a bit enjoy the natural scenery, because there ain't nothing else to look at. This X river or current river is flowing through here. It's fantastic. Look at this view though. Look at this view. Mountains, flatness. It's, what does this remind me of? I mean, a little bit of like Mordor and stuff like that, but you know, that was much more lush because it was New Zealand. You can see why all of the science fiction movies film in the Middle East. Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt. I don't know if they film in Saudi Arabia. I don't see why not. They're a major partner of America, even though they... Well, look, I'm not going to go into politics. If you know, you know. Got a little compound here, just off the road, doing whatever. Again, probably oil, probably petrol, some form of fossil fuels. Juba FC has to get funding from somewhere. This just got desert plains for forever. Right, are we still looking through the back of our head? No, we're not. There you go. Hundreds of hours of this game, and that's the first time I've seen that bug. Where it didn't get rid of the pilot, who is present here, as you can see, pilot and co-pilot. But when I zoomed in, into the cockpit, it didn't get rid of it. I wish you would stay there. I wish I could look over here and see my co-pilot. That would add to the immersion, surely. Again, tiny little bits of quality of life that would just be wonderful if they added in at some point. We've done 3 minutes of 6, halfway there. Let's look back on the journey that we've already been through along the coast of Saudi Arabia here. Truly magnificent. Spectacular scenery. There's another compound. Perhaps a mine. Perhaps oil or petrol. Perhaps all of the above. There's some actual weather way up there in the distance. Lots of clouds, quite possibly even some rain and some storms. I'm not sure whether we'll run into that. We are what? I don't know. Halfway there? A little bit more than halfway, no, probably. Yeah, probably halfway there. I'm going to go a little bit more than that. We've got, after this one, so we've got another 2 minutes of this, then a 9-minute leg, a 6-minute leg, and a 3-minute leg. And that's 15, 18. Yeah, so we've probably got about 20 minutes to go, and the whole leg itself was 40. So we're just over halfway. I think this is the bend in the road coming up. A fairly significant bend. Nothing else around here to use as a waypoint. Some interesting formations here. Little bumps, little hills. Don't know what you call them exactly. I've got one thing down here. A little restaurant off the side of the highway, I think. That's what that looks like to me. There's some kind of rest stop for weary travellers. Yep, here's our custom point on the bend of the road. I was right, there's nothing else to click on around here. So bend in the road it is. I mean, there is something there on the bend. There's some kind of, there's a road there leading to whatever this is. Not very clear at all what that could be. Anyway, now we want 152 for 9 minutes 11. Yet again, couldn't find much down this way. And I saw an interesting, what looked like some kind of river delta leading into the ocean, the sea. And so that's where we're headed. Don't have a name for it particularly. River Delta, question mark. Got lots of little roads and things here, but where do they lead? To what exactly? It doesn't seem to be a town over there. I guess it's just a visit of that little island and beach over there. Yeah, there's a couple of little houses on the corner there. That's weird. Don't know what any of that's about. We've got what looks like roads through the hills here. Are they actually creeks and rivers, or are they just roads where creeks and rivers once were? Look at that, just flatness over there. Always fascinating. Nothing is not fascinating. Never not funny. Still following the road. Roads, perhaps. Are these roads on our right, or are they creeks? Doesn't really look wet enough to be actual water. Looks like they've put a bunch of roads in amongst where all the old creeks used to be, but that might be the algorithm doing that. Can you trust the algorithm 100%? No, you cannot. Not even remotely. I'm leaving the road for a little bit, but it looks like we will rejoin it shortly. Not that there's anything on it particularly. I'm not seeing any, you know, that might be a little rest stop or something, but we're just in a section of nothing in terms of humanity, but everything in terms of nature. Human. Hello, any people? Any humans? Anyone at all? What's going on? Oh wow, look at that. What a view. What a view. What a view. The moon, the mountains, the jaggedy hills below us, some more little hills. It's insane. It's like a painting. Magnificent. Magnificent. But then also, you know, all these little... Are they paths? They must be. They must be. But why? Are they just where someone in a four-wheel drive has happened to drive through? Or are they marked out dirt tracks? Or is this just what it looks like? That where there used to be sort of running water and now there isn't? Is it the algorithm doing it? Doesn't really look like it's the algorithm. It looks like it's part of the photography, so... I don't know. It's quite common around this part of the world. Suddenly we're at 3,000 feet when we're at 2,000 feet. I haven't been paying attention to that at all. And what changed? Did the wind change? A little bit, maybe. We've been climbing steadily, apparently. When I thought we were fine, nice and level. Let's see, we've done 6 minutes of 9. Another 3 minutes. I'm trying to picture what I actually clicked on. It was a little bit something like this, a delta of where there used to be water at least, if not continue to be water. Maybe it's over there. Maybe we're going to get over there in 3 minutes. Doesn't feel likely. That's quite a long way away. Then it's not this one right here. And obviously this was a place where a large river used to lead into the ocean. Is it still got water or is it just dry? It looks dry to me, but I don't know whether it's just because I don't know what I'm looking at particularly. I am not a geologist. Alright, another couple of minutes. And we should be at the river delta looking thing that I clicked on. Yet again, I haven't seen any towns or anything that I could have actually clicked on as a better waypoint. Absolutely nothing. No one lives out here. Cool little range of mountains on the left there. just minding their own business. Right, another minute to go, and we still haven't got the custom waypoint showing up on the map yet. What did I click on? Oh, the smallest of tufts of clouds. Hello, tufty cloud. Straight through it. We've got 10 seconds on the clock and still no sign of custom waypoint. What's that all about? Why is it taking longer? Is it because we have a slight headwind? Pretty sure it was this I clicked on. Got this, you know, what looks like ex-river delta, where the sediments are slowing it down and it spreads out like the Nile Delta. Ah yes, there's our custom point. Suddenly appeared. Somehow we're a minute late. There's actually a little, a couple of houses there, or kind of building. Not much else though. Alright, there we go. Purple arrow's happy. We want 145 for 6 minutes 23. And we're heading to Mystery House. So the only thing I could find along this road between here and the next waypoint was along the road I could see a little building or shack or something. Let's go have a look at it. We're now pretty much heading into this cloud system. Might actually be over the town we're landing at. We'll find out in about 9 minutes. The Wajh town and airport. Well, the airport was listed as Wajh, W-E-J-H, but it's right next to the town of Wajh, W-A-J-H, so I'm going to go with the Wajh pronunciation. And yet again, there's 15 different ways of spelling things. These beachside sandy hills, dunes. Incredible. Awesome. How were they produced? What are the reasons? How does geology work? Magnets question mark. Oh, we've got a little settlement here just off the road. Perhaps even some more up here. Yeah, little thing there, little thing there, little thing there. What are you all up to out there? What are you doing? What is your industry? And why is it oil? Get out of it, you clouds. Can't see anything. Can't see anything, clouds. Go away. Yeah, that little mountain range is a rather large mountain range. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. The sun through the clouds, onto the water, onto the beach, onto the plain. Ah. Yes, Antonio Banderas being extremely pleased by what he sees on the screen in assassins.gif. Got a little roadside services there. Totally different style to the roadside services you see in Europe. Alright, we're halfway to Mystery House. 3 minutes 10 seconds of 6 minutes 23. No, just the odd house and I don't know, place of business, place of work along here. Not quite as desolate as it was in that previous segment, where we didn't see very much of anything. This nerd is like, and then turn around this way, hidden in this little hill here. So if you go along the road, you go, oh, that just looks like it heads out that way, but actually it's hiding behind this hill. Why? Why are you hiding? Another little curvy off services, I reckon, building, restaurant off the highway kind of place. That's its technical term, of course. I think this might be my mystery house right here. Yeah, we've done nearly 5 minutes, so another minute or so. We'll see. We will see. Look, there is a whole town here. Why didn't that show up on the map? Come on. Come on, there's a town there. I could have visited it. We have visited it, but I could have made it a waypoint. They could have felt special that I made it a waypoint. But alas, they missed out. And instead, this one single house off the side of the road became the special one. You were the chosen one. I don't know that this is my house. Oh, it might have been this one then. It might have been this one, because there's one here. But actually, yeah, that other one would have shown up more clearly from the higher map. Looks a bit bigger. This one's got it again. It's a bunch of services off the highway, I think. A couple little extra buildings and whatnot to support it. The reason they've put a lot of dark asphalt or concrete down. Probably asphalt. And here we go. Yes, here's our custom point. This is Mystery House. What are you? It could actually be a mall. Well, there's no parking, is there? I guess there is, maybe. Maybe it's an IKEA. Lol. Probably not an IKEA, but maybe a commercial thing of some description. Now we want 156 for 340 on our way to Wajh Airport. We're going to fly over Wajh itself, I think, and have a good time. Just, you know, chill out, enjoy ourselves. On our way to landing. Can we see the airport yet? We should be able to. In 3 minutes it's probably time to contact them, so let's see. WJH is Wajh. So yeah. It's WAJH.
Rover Zulu Alpha, 117 miles, north 2,000 feet to land.
Jazz Rover Zulu Alpha 11 Tower. QNH 29.80 and 260.
Runway 33, you motherfuckers. But I'm heading into the wind right now.
Fly left traffic runway 33, Jazz Rover Zulu. Alpha
Why
11.
would I land on runway 33? That's coming back the other way. Here we go, here's Wajh. It actually had a bunch of other town names around it as well, but we've got some weird, well not weird, but some interesting whatever's going on here. No idea. Can't even see that it's, maybe there's a fort or something. Maybe that's a hill that's just not been rendered in. No topographical data. Nope, I am going to ignore ATC because that's nonsense. Runway 33. That's landing this way. Yeah, when the wind's coming this way. That would be a downwind landing. I refuse. And there's two runway 33s. Am I left or right? Oh my goodness. I'm just going to go runway left. Runway 15 left. ATC can kiss my ass. Alright, flaps down, gears down, make sure they're going down, they are. Everybody's going down, going down, going down. Runway 33, there's two runways, you know, they're parallel, so they're going to be 15 and 33 left, alright. You've lost your damn mind, ATC. You've lost all semblance of professionalism and control. You've been drinking on the job or something. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring... Oh, suddenly the wind is behind me. Go figure. Go figure. Alright, well, so they made the right decision. It just... How does that work? How were we in a headwind until about 20 seconds ago and suddenly we're in a downwind? Come on. That's not how wind works. Oh, and this is a land... Oh, we're not allowed to... Oh, they've cancelled this runway and we're landing on it anyway. Fuck you. Fuck you, Wajh. Boom. No, I will not. I will just slow my plane down and I will find... There's a zombie apocalypse. There's a horde coming. Relax, ATC. Relax. Enough with your protocol and your bullshit. Yeah, that was leg 31 of our mammoth trip around the world. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.